Maybe in this port you should have a look. Gotcha, Belcoot. He has his quirks, but you can count on him. Okay. Lucretia. Yes? I need to know one thing. Why are you helping my nephew? Is it to make up for what you did? No. In the end, I only delayed the inevitable by 2 years, but I still think it was the right thing to do. And I became the prince's tactician because it, too, is the right thing to do. There's nothing more to it than that. Damn woman, I really, really hate you. You know that, Lucretia. But I do feel a little bit better now. And my nephew needs your strength. Please help him, Lucretia. I will. Man, I fucking love Sialeeds. Her name is very strange, but I love her. And I'm just really worried that Urim's not here, by the way. You know that guy has nothing else better to do. He should just be standing around in his room, admiring his picture of Limslea, which is just strange and weird. Wait a minute. Let's see. Oh, it pulled him out, but I can put him right back in again. That's interesting. Sara, Log, and Loon. Oh, that would make sense, actually. No. There's a bit of a lag time. It's kind of weird. Okay, so I can freely swap when they're in the entourage, right? Yes. Good to know. We're gonna be heading to the port. Run to the restroom real quick, guys. Give me 30 seconds. I'll be right back. Alright. So, first off, just because I'm all about unite attacks, or co-op attacks as they're called in this one, I just want to see it. Of course it messed my formation up again, but... Oh, I didn't put log in. Son of a bitch. Oops.
Here we go.
Get roped. Oh, come on. Getting encounters every 3 steps earlier, thank you. But I want the encounter. No, sir. Family attack. Oh, it's an AoE. Damn. Alright, well. Just wailing on him, okay. That's pretty funny. Get another boost piece from it though, that's good. Okay, so we're going with... Always like seeing new unite attacks. The port and rain wall. Or where the port is here. It's weird seeing that many portraits in the save screen because they give you the 4 entourage members now. Actually, what makes me want to think the port was on the right side down here? It's going back a couple of streams to when we first sailed into here. Or not. The port would be by the river. Thank you. Thank you, Belku. Son of a bitch. Oh, look, his boat just conveniently happens to be there. It's the detective music. Excuse me? Client? Wow. Client. Oh, who cares? It's just some brat. Hey, Shigure. Wow, that name. Coming. Getting some tales. Memories at home, okay? Please don't call our clients brats. Don't you realize who these people are? This is Prince Freydor, and that's Leon, one of the Queen's Knights. Actually, I'm still just in a What? He's a prince? Ugh, what a pain. Shigure, try to show some respect. Sagiri, you need to be on your best behavior too. I must apologize for them, Your Highness. Please do not take offense. Welcome to the Oboro Detective Agency. Swift investigations, privacy guaranteed. Nothing but the straight facts. My name's Fuyo, and I take care of all the behind-the-scenes work, administration, accounting, and so on. These two are Sagiri and Shigure. They're our investigators. Nice to meet you two. We are incredibly honored that Your Highness and a Queen's Knight would visit our establishment. Like I said, I'm still just in a Wow, I had no idea that the Prince and the Queen's Knight would even know about a little place like ours. Our reputation must precede us. That's clearly why you sought us out. Our investigative skills are second to none. Years ago, I was just another client seeking Detective Oboro's help. The sheer brilliance he used to solve my mystery moved me so. I just had to seek employment here. Oh my, I feel so embarrassed. Only Lord Lake has a dry dock. But wow, man, that's rough. Too soon. Too soon, man. Your Highness. Our boss is out of the office at the moment. If you have some business, please come back later. I'm gonna assume we're supposed to say, no, wait. Or it may not even matter. Yes, we have a job for you guys. That's a good one, man. It is good. It's very witty. I appreciate wit like that. You have a case you'd like us to investigate? Oh my, that will be a problem. Detective Oboro only accepts jobs after discussing them in person. You can't discuss a job for him. He won't allow it. Generally, the client's character, attitude, and tone can be invaluable clues for Detective Oboro. I'm sorry, but you'll have to wait for him to return. Waiting here means listening to Fuyo talk. Constantly. Security, that's enough. Wow, that's a burn right there. Good point. Let's go take care of some other business for now, then. I'm sorry you had to go to the trouble of coming here for nothing. But I'm sure Detective Oboro will be back soon. Alright, we'll be back later. Hey, girly. Wait a sec. Are you talking to me? I'm waiting. I was just thinking. You're kinda cute. Excuse me? Shigure, mind your manners. This is a Queen's Night. Like I keep telling everyone, I'm still in a Well, sorry for bugging you, cutie. Catch you later. What the fuck? Yeah, we'll definitely be excusing ourselves now. What the fuck? Oh, it's just so random. So, Gary, you think? I know. What could His Highness want us to investigate anyway? So off the wall and random. I love the sign, by the way. That is a badass sign. I didn't know that button even... Yeah, the joystick does that. That's a perfect sign for detective sign. Let's check back later. That's nice and nebulous. Alright. Let's see if we can do other stuff then. This damn wizard tree just won't learn. Go away, wizard tree. It doesn't even drop any items anymore. That sucks. Alright, so hopefully I can now use the boat, maybe? Find out one way or the other. Boat? Hey, there's a boat here. Wait. Okay, good. Placeholder. Nice. Oh, we actually have destinations now. Interesting. I will use the triangle trick now that the True Rage mentioned. This guy still won't have anything to do with us. Nope. Oh, I gotta go back through this damn mine again? Son of a bitch. I don't... Oh, I was dead anyway. Never mind. Oh well. More money. More combat. I'm not gonna really complain. I enjoy it. Oof. Rip.
For goodness sake.
More Psyleads. That's always a win. I do not have the tankiest front line right now, but I guess none of these guys are really all that much of a threat either, so... I wouldn't mind getting some more continuous attacks than what I'm getting though. Been lacking in that lately. Oh, and then the mist doesn't help. Come on, Leon. Come on. Okay, that makes up for it. Of course, he gets to attack before everyone else. That's awesome. Hey, take that extra damage. Actually, let's do this. That should work better. Actually, probably not. But we're gonna test it. Yeah, that works. Hey, no more mines. Okay. So I'm assuming we're here for the dwarf guy from earlier. Which means I gotta find him. He's not up here. The guy still wants a hammer, too. Oh, we're not here for a dwarf. Okay. Back to stupid tunnels again. Yay. Yeah, we right back to the same dead end I went to the first time, too. Apparently I'm looking for someone in here. So now I have to go back through the same dead ends I've already been through just to find out if there's someone standing at the end of the dead end, more than likely. Yay.
We did it!
Nope, not that way. Yeah, you know, I'm just using people that I haven't had in much just to keep them evenly leveled. Once we open up quite a few more characters, then I'll start opening it up to chat to randomize on who we go with. This game definitely starts you with fewer people right off the bat when you start recruiting than some of the last ones have. Because a lot of those ones had like 7 or 8 people join you the moment you start recruiting. This one's definitely been far more paced with how it does with the handles the recruiting part. Of course they had to get 1 poison on me. Of course they did. Hey. What is this guy doing here? Seriously? This guy's at the dead end of the mine? Okay. God damn it. Oh, greetings, Prince Fredor. It has been some time since His Highness graced me with his presence. The underground passageways under Stormfist are sealed. That's how I ended up here. Somehow this sort of place appeals to my nature. It embarrasses me to admit such a thing, but there you have it. Oh yes, your highness. There goes the crazy face. I've heard that you're taking a stand against that filthy devil Godwin. You're going to bash him up good? This is absolutely wonderful news. That insalubrious blackguard Godwin is truly the very soul of evil incarnate. Wow, insalubrious. Don't see that word used very often. How's it going, Demi Devi? Yeah, she's in for the moment. I do, Rufus, yes. Again, thanks to Belcoot for slipping me the information beforehand. His pestiferous being spreads evil to everything it touches. Stormfist used to be mine, I tell you. God, these words. It rightfully belongs to the house of Aethelbald. He took it from me. He tricked everyone. Filthy, filthy devil. Wow, they really went hardcore into this, huh? No quarter or mercy for the filthy devil. Bash his execrable maleficent rancorous damnable face devil. Wow. perfidious, miserable, odious wretch. Yarr. Wow. He's a little out of breath now. I really can't take this anymore. To be honest, thinking about it makes me a bit batty sometimes. I hope it's not too noticeable. When you look at his face, no, it's definitely not noticeable. Your Highness, please let me join your army. I must defeat that filthy devil Godwin. My own two hands shall squeeze his neck. I'll stab him in the forehead with my fingernail. Divine retribution. Oh my. Please forgive me, I forgot myself for a moment. Even so, my wish to join your army was not merely caused by my overexcited passions. Please, I'd be most honored to join your fine and noble army, Your Highness. So wait, if you try to fast skip through that conversation, he doesn't join you? Is that how it works? Well, what would you have me do? So if you skip through the fact that he's super slow, wow, that's rough. Having played many RPGs in my day, my first instinct is to skip through conversation, not skip it so I don't read it, but like fast forward it to the end so that I can then read it all at once. That is devious, is what that is. Wow. You have to come back. Wow. That is rough. I applaud his vocabulary, though. Even some of the made-up words. At least the non-made-up words were good non-made-up words. Think it was right? God. Just came through here and I'm already lost. Well, even the words that weren't words were still words. He just ran them all together. Those were all words. He just started kind of adding them onto each other, which I was a big fan of, actually. Nope, it was left. Damn it. Oh shit, did I do? Yep, I did. It just does too much damage not to do it. Oof. Oof. Parasol crit. Yeah, that's not the sound of nightmares. Your Highness, someone is being held prisoner here. Please wait, I'll open it now. It's open. Your Highness, did you say? Your Highness? It can't be. Oh, Your Royal Highness the Prince. What are you doing in a place like this? Oh, I did mean, please excuse my ill manners. My name is Takamu. Pleased to make your acquaintance, Your Highness. I have been drawing a map of... Oh, he's the map person, thank God. I've been drawing a map of Falena under the direct orders of His Majesty Farad himself. His Majesty wanted to create and publish accurate maps for the use of all the people. But after His Majesty passed away, Godwin declared that maps were military secrets. I stuck up for what His Majesty told me, that maps belonged to everybody, and then Godwin locked me in here. Maybe Your Highness was led here by His Majesty's spirit? Oh, a remarkably kind offer. You really are His Majesty's son. Thank you very much. But first, please wait a moment. Godwin confiscated some of my belongings. They should still be in this prison. They were just some harmless surveying and plotting items, so I presume they just dumped them in a room somewhere. But the science of cartography shall triumph in the end. I hid the last map I drew inside that equipment, you see. I know it's rather presumptuous of me to ask for more help after you rescued me, but could you help me find that map? I'm sure Your Highness will find the map most useful as well. Okay. Escape route. Interesting. So now we're looking for a map. Ooh, the double hit. Of course, had to get a fucking poison in. Why not? Love it. I don't really. I don't love it. Stupid poison. Let's see, she needs some health. Well, there's nothing in that place. That's the room. That's the room where we rescued the tactician. Hey, good evening, Ether. How's it going, man? Oh, look, there's still guards here. How fun. Ow. Crossbowed. And he got stabbed. Oh, he's following behind me, too. Cool. Oh. Any possessions of the prisoners would have been deposited around this room, I believe. I don't recall this hole being here. A dwarf dug this hole so that we could sneak in here. Wait, he didn't help us sneak in, though. So that's bullshit. You weren't with us. You didn't sneak in, you asshole. Wow, amazing, an underground path. What color should I use to mark it? Enough of that. We need to hurry up and find your surveying equipment. Yeah, it's like a giant switchblade, Ether. It's very strange in practice to think of. You could only swing it one direction, but... yeah. Ah, yes, you do have a point. I can't rightly begin surveying without my surveying equipment. Oh, and it's right there. This is it. This is my equipment. Yeah, but it still wouldn't be we, Belcoot. It would be they. They snuck in. We were guarding Lucretia. Just trying to point out little, you know, just trying to be an asshole. You found it. Here, take this. Oh, we get the map. Thank God. This is the most accurate map of Felena in existence today. I do hope you'll find it useful. I'm sure this country will change, however, as a result of the fighting between His Highness and Godwin. I suppose that as long as the land is at war, their cartographer's work will never be done. I would like to continue the mission given to me by His Majesty Farid, and complete it for your Highness. I look forward to serving you, your Royal Highness. Sweet. Oh, it's a Radio Zero raid. Hello, Raiders. Hey, CLZ. What's up, guys? Thank you for the raid. Hope y'all are having a great evening so far, midway through the week. Ether, that's not excluding people from the army. That's just saying that he was not there for the daring rescue that we were part of, and it's different. You can't claim to be part of a crazy prison break-in if you were not the ones breaking in. Especially if you were the guard of the said prison that got broke into. I don't think that works like that. Oh my goodness. The army did it, now he's part of that army. Man. I think that's taking liberties. It's taking liberties. Again, thank you for the raid, CLZ. Hope y'all are having a great night. We're just playing some Suikoden 5. It is quite the amazing game. Very overlooked, I think. My first time through it, but I can already say within 16 hours that since I never heard of this game before I started playing any of the series, it's definitely an overlooked game. You were checking out the newer Hyperdimension Neptunia, right? CLZ? How was that? And how did you like God of War? I wasn't able to tune in because you were past where I was at that point, so... Spoilers. I've been playing that off-stream in my leisure time, which has been lacking lately, so... wait, is it easier to leave through the warfare? Do I have a ship to go on, or am I going to come out here and have nothing? Worth a look. It's the worst that can happen. We get a couple fights and I get some extra money. Oof. That's a detriment. And I have no ship. I figured that was going to happen. Lovely. Lovely. Awesome. Damn it. Yeah, you know, not to get too into the whole, because I find God of War is one of those games where there's going to be the fanboys that defend it, just like I'll defend BattleTech. Like, I'll defend the BattleTech game that came out to my dying breath. That doesn't mean it doesn't have problems. I've probably got 14, 15-ish hours in God of War at this point, and while it's a super polished game, and I like it a lot, I don't think it quite deserves the overwhelming amount of praise that it gets, because I find the combat, like, the story I'm interested in. I've played all of the God of Wars up to this one. I loved them when I was a kid, because I was literally still a kid at that point, really. But the combat is the biggest problem to me. It's not that it's not polished, because it's smooth as shit. Like, combat's fluid. I just find that playing it on the harder and hardest difficulty, the combat's very focused on cheesing as much of it as you possibly can. It's less of the old school, like, offense is the best defense, and more of a hang back and just throw shit and shoot shit as much as possible. So, I don't know, that's just me. It's not a bad game, I really like it, it's just... I don't think it's a 10 out of 10, best game made this year, so on and so forth. It's tedious, thank you, that's the word I'm looking for. I find the combat on the harder difficulties to be tedious. I do. It doesn't make the game less good, it just makes it not 10 out of 10 material, which is just, you know.
Here we go.
On top of that, to make it even worse, they recycled animations all over the place, which was super lazy to me. If you're gonna fight 10 trolls throughout, or 10 giants throughout or whatever, and they all have the same death animations, that's just lazy. Any other game would be called out for being lazy. Any other game would be called out for being lazy. But this one doesn't, because everything else is really good, people wanted to love it, so on and so forth. Nah.
For goodness sake.
I've got like 25-ish hours into Battletech at this point, which really isn't a ton, but it's enough for me to say that I've definitely sunk a lot of time into it as a tactical game goes, and while I wish they would optimize the game better, because the optimization's pretty bad, the core game is fantastic. I love it. And I've had... It seems to be less RNG bullshit than like XCOM would be, but you still get those moments where you curse the game up and down because you get an unlucky hit on a head for you, and then you're up in a fight, the very next fight, you get the luckiest headshot in the world, and it just wins the whole mission, and you feel really great about it. So, you know, that's at least decent. Yeah, there's some eye edits that I haven't done yet, because I've played the Battletech series games for a long time now, and personally, I like watching the mechs stomp around and just be hulking, slow machines of death. It actually feeds into kind of what I like. So I'm okay with it being slower paced. I just know a lot of people aren't into that, which I totally understand. Well, I'm playing Yakuza 6 too, and don't get me wrong, I like it, but it's definitely not the best Yakuza game either. It's a good game, don't get me wrong, but I question some of the design decisions that went into it to some degree. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the narrative of it. I think the gameplay-wise, Zero is just so damn good. I guess I really haven't noticed the animation pauses all that much, because typically when I'm playing, I have one of these next to me. And I just kind of, you know, drink my drink, wait for the game to reload itself, watch my trebuchet throw a billion LRMs at somebody, laugh, punch them while they're on the ground, and move on. Yeah, Zero's last year, definitely, I know. I'm not saying for Game of the Year potential. I guess it kind of depends on whether Red Dead comes out this year or not. I don't expect it will, even though they can say that they will. I just... I'm not one that would typically pick a AAA game for Game of the Year anyway, so let's just put that right out there. With the main exception possibly being Xenoblade Chronicles 2 last year, which was fantastic for me. Yeah, I spent a lot of time in Monster Hunter, and I love it. The game is great, but they also made some design decisions that, I don't know, didn't feel right. I spent more time, I will say this, I spent more time in Monster Hunter in this Monster Hunter than I've spent in any other. And I know, CLZ, you've put 1,000 hours in some of the previous ones. I was never that guy, because I never had anyone else to play with, and the games definitely shine with co-op, but I had so much fun with this one solo, which has kind of set it outside and above from what I'm used to with the Monster Hunter series. Yeah. Yeah, I got to that point too. I got to the point where I didn't care to keep grinding anymore. I was done. But I mean, game-wise, you know, I didn't put 400 hours in. I probably put 200, so about half your time. But at that point, I knew I was just done. Like, it was fun. I definitely got my money's worth out of it. That's the most important thing. Get your money's worth out of a game these days. Pretty good. I would recommend it to anybody. I would recommend that game to anybody. But yeah, I just couldn't keep going. 10-10. I am still going. It's one of those rare nights. I'm actually considering going super late because Thrones of Britannia comes out in 3 hours, 2.5 hours. And I might just stream through until that comes out, which would be crazy. But maybe. I don't know. Super looking forward to that one too. As if I don't have enough games to play right now. I do have the Fancy Lady, yes. Have you played this game, CLZ? Just curious. I know you played S2. I can't remember if you'd said you'd played this one or not. 2 hours more than 99% of my Steam list combined. Ugh. I don't know, I have a lot of time in games. I have a lot of time in my Steam library. In fact, I would say I've probably got... I know I had over 1,400 hours in Counter-Strike Source alone. Pie Man, thank you for that follow and welcome. Played S1 and 2 to completion. 3 puts you off the series. Well, let me say, it's understandable. I liked 3, but 3... Man, 3 was one of those early PS2 games where they were just trying to figure out how to do things. And I liked it for the narrative. The gameplay was very lackluster in comparison. This is more like 2 than any of the other ones, though. And the humor in this game has been top-notch. Like, almost, I would say, Tales-level humor in this game. Which, I'm a huge Tales fan, so I'm digging it big time. This one takes the skill system from 3, refines it down to where it's not quite as inundated, I guess is the best word for it. Brings back 2's combat, which is nice. The nice 6-man party that's all individually controllable, not paired off like 3 was. Then gives you the entourage system of, or what they call it, support in 3, and then in 4, kind of the same thing. And you can swap people in from the entourage, which is nice. So you actually have 3 or 4 extra people you can always swap in. The combat's super fast, and you don't have to worry about AoE stuff like in 3. Like, we were talking about earlier that the runes in 3 were miserable because they would AoE your own party down half the time because the AI was so stupid. This, they fixed all of that. They went back to what worked. And like I said, the humor has been just... Oh, poison, don't I? The humor has been just some of the best. I found myself laughing through almost half the game now, and I'm 16-ish hours in. And from what I'm being told, I'm nowhere in yet. Things are just starting to get rolling. I will say this has been the slowest start of any of the Suikoden games. I think I was 10 hours... or you get like 1 or 2 battles in the first 6 hours or so, and that's it. The rest of it's just story and Game of Thrones political intrigue bullshit. Just constant political backstabbing, which I love. Yeah, this is PS2. I'm not playing it on a PS2, but it is PS2. I gave up trying to get my actual hardware to work because streaming PS2 hardware is miserable. I've tried so many different configurations that it just doesn't work. Dark Souls. I mean, I've spent a good amount of time in Dark Souls too. And I'm seriously considering buying the remaster and spending even more time, but I hope I don't. I really hope I don't. I just don't have time for it. Fancy lady has a rune, a special rune too, Tintin. She has the red rose rune. Is that what it's called? Yeah. It's an interesting one. Alright, let's get the hell out of here. I've still got an original... Well, no, it's not the original PS3. That one got stolen. I had the original PS3 that could play PS2 games. I really wish I still had that system. But my house got broken into and that got stolen a long time ago. So I have this one, which I've had now for 6 years-ish or so, and it's still rocking. I just can't play PS2 games on it, which sucks. This doesn't look the right way. Do I have... Hang on. No, that is the right way. No, it's not. Yeah, I took the complete wrong turn from the get-go. This way. Also, it's been stated many times, but the music in this game is top-notch. Like, up there with Chrono Trigger levels of music for me so far. Except for one particular city, which we're about to go through soon, so I apologize. But, yeah, it's kind of purposefully bad. So wait, do I have a map now that I can turn on? That is like a party item? Map of Felena. Cannot use. Well, that sucks. The mini-map is a little more updated, though, so that's interesting. It didn't used to show terrain features. Alright, I'll show you the Red Rose rune here. Let's see. And... Just the old parasol stab, and then it, well, it randomly pisses off other party members so they can't co-op attack, but
We did it!
it's interesting. Just one of those specialized runes.